Hey everyone, welcome to Greenlight. So today we're going to be talking about some Blu-ray Tuesday movies that are out, and I am actually out. We'll say it's like a little mini vacation out in California, in Los Angeles. Me and my wife and son are moving back here to Los Angeles. So we're here in the embassy suite, and I'm in the lobby using their live stream and stuff like that. So bear with me using my earpods as microphones. Let me know if everything is cool, and we're gonna keep on going. I'm also doing a giveaway at the end of this video, so make sure you stick to the end of this live stream slash video, and you'll find out who wins the movie code giveaway that I'm doing for World of Worlds, which was what I did from last week when I went to purchase the Lovebirds with my wife. We actually are out here now in California. We can't find the Lovebirds on Blu-ray anywhere. They're also saying that Godzilla vs. Kong Steelbook is hard to find too, which is something that I'm definitely going to be looking into getting out here and trying to find. So let's get into it right away. So if you haven't been here before, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you learn more about videos that I'm doing here about filmmaking, when it comes to filmmaking, Blu-ray special features, and Blu-ray releases that I do live like this every week. I also do shout-outs at the end of these live streams as well, so go ahead and put your comments in the live chat or in the playback, in the comments of the playback as well. All right, so let's get started right now. Now that you saw that, let's get started with our first film, which is Godzilla vs. Kong. So Godzilla vs. Kong, I did get to see this film, and I watched all of them from the Gareth Edwards 2014 Godzilla film. I had a friend who worked on the real D3D of that, and he had to work with Gareth Edwards very closely, and he's very, very intuitive when it comes to 3D. I'm a huge fan of Gareth Edwards, and the reason why I'm bringing him up is that I do have a video here about micro-budget filmmaking with him and his monster film called Monsters, and it was a $15,000 film, and I highly recommend checking that out if you're an independent filmmaker like myself and all of us here on this channel as well, learning and growing together. All right, so this is the Blu-ray, and we're going to get into it right away because I do have the back end of this Blu-ray as well, but I also have the back end of the other versions of Godzilla vs. Kong. There's many of them out. So this is the Blu-ray version of Godzilla vs. Kong, centered up here, and I believe the special features would be more or less the same, but let's quickly go through them here. With this one, all right, save and zoom here. So I automatically see some director commentary. Then you have 10 featurettes, and I love when they say how many featurettes they have. Each one is going to be maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Some of them could be 20 or 30 minutes, 20 to 30, you know, and they will have a lot of information there as a filmmaker. It says over an hour of excitement. So they're already hyping you up for over an hour, like maybe an hour and a half of special features here with information, stuff to learn from how they either did the special effects on set, on location, or, you know, in post-production with the visual effects. So very, very cool. The next thing I see here is, let's see, including, they said in the 1 hour there's an including, I guess, a documentary of sorts, the phenomenon of Gajira, which is how they say Godzilla, King of Monsters, and then it says another separate little documentary. I guess it's the evolution of Kong, Eighth Wonder of the World. Round 1, and then another thing called Round 1, Battle at Sea, and then Round 2, One Will Fall. So very, very cool, and it looks like they're really going to get into the history of Godzilla and the history of Kong and tell you a lot about both of them, all in this one Blu-ray. If you haven't seen any of the other movies or have never seen a Kong movie or a Godzilla film, I guess you would have to be into monster films for that. And I'm like a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of the Peter Jackson King Kong, big time. But the other day I was watching Skull Island on TV, and Kong Skull Island was very, very amazing in the sense of bringing a certain view and emotion to Kong, which is something I hadn't seen in the Peter Jackson one or any one since. So that's very, very cool. And I saw it in here too. And shout outs to the director for making this. It's very, very good. Because I watched this on my phone, guys, and I watched it on HBO Max on my iPhone 12 Pro. It's not the iPhone 12 Pro Max, but camera-wise it's the same, but it's when the screen is just slightly a little smaller, but it's a big screen. And with my my AirPods, it was just like I was at the movie theaters. It was really weird. I was on my break at work, and well, I don't work there anymore. Now I'm a freelance guy, so I'm very happy about that. I got some really cool stuff going on here in Los Angeles, and I'll announce it here on this channel. So let's move on into let's see here, into another version of this film. It's a 3D copy of Godzilla vs. Kong. So obviously, if you went to see it in theaters, you got to see it in 3D and everything. Very, very cool. And then we have another version here, which is a 3-film collection, and this is Godzilla vs. Kong. Then you got Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and then you got Kong, Skull Island, which is very, very cool. 3 collections, film collections. Now, I usually never recommend this kind of stuff on this channel here, but because there is an actual back end for this with major amounts of special features, each one is a Blu-ray disc, so they should have all the special features on there. Like, why not? So I'm going to show it to you here, and let's zoom in real quick too as well. I'm going to get it all zoomed in. So as you can see, I'm going to fade in here. As you can see, special features of Godzilla versus Kong is more or less the same, but it looks like I don't see anything that says 10 featurettes over an hour of special features or something like that. I just see the stuff of the phenomenon of Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and the evolution of Kong, and round 1 as well as round 2, little featurettes behind the scenes, making hubs and stuff like that. So that's that, and then moving on to Godzilla, King of the Monsters. It looks like it says "Welcome to the Monsterverse." It looks like more or less they have the same featurettes that are in the Godzilla, King of the Monsters Blu-ray, but I'm not too sure. I don't quite believe that. So let me know in the comments down below or in the live chat, the comments down below of the playback, if you know that or not. I will most likely, when I purchase Godzilla vs. Kong, I am going to purchase King of the Monsters at the same time. Might even throw in Kong if Kong is on a good price, around like $8-9 or whatever. If that's what because Godzilla, King of the Monsters is that price right now at like Best Buy. Let's bring in the Kong Skull Island, creating Kong. It looks more or less like a stripped down version of a special features, but it's got special features. And if you are not so into these films and not so into mad special features, it's fine. This is perfect for you. Great movie night, you know, like a triple feature at night. It'd be great. I'm always in the mood for a double feature or triple feature. That's my wife. So let's move on to our next one. So I have another version of this film. Obviously, it's a slipcover of the Godzilla vs. Kong 4K. And I do have the back end here, so we're going to take a look at that really quick. I'm sure it'll be exactly like the Blu-ray, which is what I'm expecting, but it's not going to be like, obviously, like that triple feature going on and all. Let's see, let's zoom in here. All right, so automatically, yep, I see the commentary, which is on all of them, but here's the 10 featurettes on Blu-ray. It says over an hour of excitement, including these features next to it. Very, very cool. So now we're going to move on to our next movie. I mean, well, actually, the next version of this film. It looks like it's exactly the same here on 4K. And then we have the 4K, which will have the same special features that you see here. We have the steel bookcase. And this seems to be so far sold out. Online, some people are already saying that that it's tough for them to find it. I'm going to go and check it out in a little bit and check it out and see today if there is any copies. So stay tuned for that here on this channel, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, because when you hit the subscribe button and notification bell, you'll know right away as soon as I have that video, and when I'm doing a movie code giveaway for that as well, which is something that I've been doing since the pandemic. Just wanted to help people and help people watch some new films and have more variety and stuff like that. So we're going to move on to our next film. And our next film is Voyagers. And again, with this film and all the films I'm talking about here today, I have IMDb links in the description below for you to check out. So you can check out the filmmakers, check out the cast and crew, and the trailers as well for these films as well. So this movie, Voyagers, which I believe I don't have the back end here, but they do have a release on 4K. So I'm going to show that right now too as well. It looks very similar, but it's very, very cool. It looks quite interesting of a film. It's a group of teens, and they're out on a voyage out in space, basically, and I believe there's like sexual tensions, or they're testing out some new drugs or something like that. But it seems quite trippy, the film. So with that being said, the director comes from Insurgents, actually. So I have done a triple feature Blu-ray unboxing here on this channel, but it hasn't been released, and I do have it here, and I will release it very soon, as soon as I move into our apartment later on this week. So I will have it up very soon, and I'm talking about how amazing Insurgent actually was in comparison to the first one. We still have to see the third film of that series, of the Divergent series, but he comes off of that film, and I believe he did the third one as well. So he's done a lot of movies that are like in the mind and stuff like that, and more mind bending type films. So I do actually have the back end here. It's on Blu-ray though, it's not 4K. So let's fade it in here. And courtesy of eBay, actually to remember, I worked on this very hard last night. So let's zoom in here. This is very cool. All right, cool. So I tried very hard to find all these special features and everything. So let's bring that here. Like, you've got to zoom it in. I'm trying to zoom it in. There we go. Some hardcore zoom in. All right. So automatically I see here some special features. It says born for this, the cast of Voyagers. Very cool. So you're going to be able to talk to the cast and everybody and how they feel about the film and what their thoughts about the film itself. So let's talk about the synopsis real quick. An edge-of-your-seat sci-fi thriller, Voyagers follows a crew of young astronauts on a decades-long mission to populate a new planet. Very cool. So it is about, like what I was saying, about all that and the human race, basically, and continuing the human race and stuff. Very, very cool. So automatically, they're going to be talking about all that in there with the cast and crew and everybody. Actually, just with the cast here, and then against type, unlearning human nature. Very cool. So there's going to be actually a lot of sexual tension, like I was saying, that I saw in the trailer in this film. It seems like, and they're going to be talking about it here and a bunch of other things too. And just humanity at its best when we're caged and put in really tight spot, literally. They're going to be talking about that in here, and then survival of the fittest, physical, the physicality of Voyagers. So definitely talking about the action here and the stunts and everything like that. All these because I believe this is Lionsgate. I think right. Let me see here. It says Lionsgate. So Lionsgate Pictures, Lionsgate Entertainment created this film. So it's definitely going to be 10 to 15 minutes to expect in these. Sometimes you'll get like a surprise 20, 25, minute type of these little making ofs and stuff like that. So expect that with all of these. And the next one I see here is on the surface, the visual style of Voyagers. So again, this is what I was saying about the filmmaker here and him coming off of a film like Insurgents, is that he comes with a huge amount of visual style and everything too, and just a whole view, which is great. So it really gives a huge vision to this film, and you can really tell in the trailers. So I highly recommend checking them out down below in the description down below where I have IMDb links. Okay. So the next thing I see, the last one is Hidden Chambers. Tour the Humanitas. The Humanitas, I'm guessing, is what they call what they call the ship. Neil Berger. I feel like I recognize Neil Berger. It says here, it doesn't say exactly where he comes from, but I feel like he did that film. Give me a second, it's coming to me. Limitless. Let me know in the comments down below or in the live chat if he directed Limitless, because it's something that is highly visual as well, and again takes place in the mind, and you got to be very creative with that, so you can visualize it and give it and show that to your audience. All right, so very, very cool. A lot of special features here on this Blu-ray alone for sci-fi thriller. Go ahead and check it out. Let me know in the comments down below or in the playback or in the live chat if you want to let me know what your thoughts are if you have seen it. And I'm definitely going to check this out. Definitely on my list to see, and definitely one for my wife to see as well. We're going to check it out together. So our next film it's a Ruby Rose film. So there's going to be a lot of action here. I saw the trailer on this and it looks really, really good. I'm not going to say too much because it's already probably giving away, and I kind of don't remember. It's the thing is, like, these action films is straight to Blu-ray or straight to DVD, straight to home video type action films, usually more or less the same. But it's SAS Red Notice, and I believe I do have the back end here, but it's like an overseas back end here. So let's put it in here. Let's check it out. Let's just take a look at it and try to decipher it. So this is like a German back end here. I think it's in German. Time I ever seen something like this was in a Tarantino film. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's in German. But it looks like they got some features here, not really. Poor thing. And their bonus is interview with the filmmaker, I believe. It says on the bottom here. So let's fade that in so you can see that. It says bonus interview. So expect that an interview in there, but I'm not too sure if any of this would be included in the American version. I believe the American version could have stripped down to nothing, or will have more special features, which will be really, really cool. And I'm sure they expect that because, I don't know, I kind of expect that a lot. Why buy the Blu-ray if you don't have any special features? Let me know in the comments down below if that's a thing for you as well. We're going to move on to our next film. Again, you can check out that film and the trailer in the description below. I have IMDb links for the filmmakers, for the trailer, for the locations that you can check out too, and you can look at their technical specs and see what kind of camera they use as well for these films. So the next thing I got here is Kindred. This is an IFC midnight releasing. I believe Kindred is also a Shudder original too, I think. Is it? No, I don't think this is a Shudder original. Just a horror film. Kindred. and it's out now on Blu-ray, IFC, midnight releasing. Go ahead and check it out in the description below. I have IMDb links for this film and all the films we talk about here today. You can check out the trailers, check out the filmmakers, and everybody here as well. Today, we're going to move on like really quick and go on to our next film. Next film with Michelle Pfeiffer. This is a quite interesting one too. I've seen the trailer multiple times, even at work, and it's called French Exit. I believe these are con artists, mom and son team con artists, I believe. It says a comedy that is surreal, witty, and oddly touching. Really, really cool. I definitely want to see this with my wife too and check it out. So let me know what your thoughts are if you've seen this in the live chat or in the comments of the playback. And we're going to move on to our next film because these films don't really have back ends, so I'm just kind of busting through them really quick. And you can go ahead and check them out in the description below, like I said, as well. And we're going to move on to our next film. And our next film is a Shudder original. This one's a Shudder original, and Anything for Jackson. So this is like they basically kidnap this kid from this new family, which is horrifying for me watching this trailer because me and my wife are a 3-unit and everything as well, and we basically I don't know, that's scary. We have one child, so that's creepy as hell. And this old couple is basically they steal the child and try to confine the child in the house and give him everything that he wants. But it becomes a horror. It's a horror film. It says it's fresh from Rotten Tomatoes, which I believe is a fresh idea and quite creepy idea. So go ahead and check it out in the description below. I have IMDb links where you can check out the filmmakers, check out the trailers, and everything like that as well. And I guess we're okay in the streams, but it's kind of like not like perfect or something like that because there's a lot of people on this as well. Let's see. So I think we're good. I hope we're good. So it's saying that we're all good. So I'm gonna keep moving. It's just not like perfect and stuff like that. It's maybe like a little choppy or something maybe. But everything checks out. We're gonna move on to our next film. And our next film is The Great War of Archimedes. Archimedes is a film that is an overseas film, and I thought I had the back end here for this, which I know I do. And it's here somewhere. There it is. I was like, did I miss it? Yeah, I don't get why like I didn't have this. So I'm just gonna I already brought it in now, but basically this is out now on Blu-ray, and you have an IMDb link in the description below as well, where you can check out the filmmakers and check out the trailers and everything like that too. Let me fix that. So as you can see, I have the back end here as well, and they have the back end. This is a war film, I believe. I believe it's about World War II. Very, very cool foreign film, and it's pre-World War II. The Japanese Navy commissioned the creation of impressive super ship. Oh, really cool. So they're gonna get into like technical stuff and stuff here. Very cool. So let me zoom into the special features here. And it says it has bonus features, and the bonus features, it seems like it could just, it says bonus features. So I'm hoping like a little behind the scenes, maybe, like 10-15 minute type of thing, type of deal here. But it might not have anything, and it's just pointing out that there's English language available, which is great, and they usually don't have that. With overseas films, that's usually not available. And I'm Hispanic, and that's hard to get, even trying to get it translated the other way around. It costs a lot of money. You almost got to like have a whole production made just for the film, yet again, just to recreate all those sounds and voices as well, because you got to mix everything now again and redo everything. So that's something that I'm sure a lot of people aren't aware of, but that's quite cool. But let me know in the comments down below or in the live chat, definitely in the comments below of the playback, if you find out that there are special features in this Blu-ray. So if you want to go check out this film, go ahead and check it out in the description below. There's IMDb links for this film and for all the films we're talking about here today. We could check out the trailers, check out the filmmakers, and check out all the technical specs as well. So we're going to move on to our next film. And our next film today is Rock Dog 2. Me and my wife and my son had seen the first one, which was about this rock dog, and he was has a dream to be a rock star, basically, coming out of a mailroom in I believe it was in Canada or something like that. It was definitely in Alaska or something, and basically it was really cold, and they were confined in a male. Basically, he was a male not necessarily a mail carrier, but he was basically sorting mail at the post office there, and then his dream is to become a rock dog. So there's a sequel out, and we didn't really realize this until I saw it actually in the room yesterday. I saw it there, and I was dealing with the Blu-rays and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, that's why they're promoting it on demand and stuff. It's because it's coming out on Blu-ray. So with all that being said, and that full long story, go ahead and check it out in the description below, where I have IMDb links for this film. And if you're looking for kids film, go ahead and check this movie out. Did like the first one. The first one was really cute. This one was really good too. I think it looks really good. I'm excited because for a parent, you just want more and more kids films. There's just never enough. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and check that out. And we're going to move on to our next film, which is our last new release of today. It's also a documentary. It's called Lust for Gold. It's really, really cool. So we're going on a journey. It's a documentary. We're following older group of males where they're gold diggers looking for gold, basically. And they're camping and out in, basically it looks like out in California out here somewhere. 10 days, 31,000 gold bars. So really, really cool. A race against time. So you're going to see them find 31,000 gold bars. Very, very cool, like in 10 days. So there's a lot of stress and all this stuff that they go through. So it's really, really exciting. I highly recommend these things for filmmakers. Check them out. See how they're made. You can see how they're made just by watching these documentaries, and they're phenomenal. I'm not sure if there's any special features here, but if there are, I highly recommend checking that out, or a commentary too by the director, so you know how it was during the shoot and everything like that. These are the things that open your mind up as a filmmaker. If you want to create your first project, open your mind up to documentaries. You never know how enticing some of these documentaries can be, and then you can release it on Amazon Prime. So we're going to move on to our next release, Blu-ray release today, and there's one I have here today that I want to point out for micro-budget filmmakers, and this is a re-release, and it's being released in America here on Blu-ray for the first time. It is a re-release because it has been released on streaming actually here in America. It's called Coherence. It's a micro-budget feature film. I believe it was made with like $5,000 or so with Canon 5D. I think these were the first 5Ds or something. I'm not sure if there was the Mark II or whatever. I forget because it was a long time. It was actually back in 2014 where I heard about this film when I was creating my film on a Canon DSLR 6DD. So this film was shot with two cameras. Two filmmakers shot it at the same time. I believe it was one director, and he directed the actors. And these were all actors that you can find. I believe there's one guy that you can find maybe on Battlestar Galactica or something like that, some sci-fi television show. And he's on here. This is a phenomenal sci-fi film, just to tell you right off the bat. If you love sci-fi films, it's very, very creative. It's about a dinner that these groups of friends go to, and then the sci-fi science fiction event happens, more or less a real life event that is very rare ends up happening, I believe, in this film. But very, very cool. I have the special features here for the DVD, and it's already zoomed in because I just don't need to show you this DVD. I'm expecting these features to be here on this Blu-ray, and it's a movie that I am looking out for today, and one I would love to have in my collection, even on Blu-ray. I definitely, like I said here on this channel, when I go to 4K, I kind of want to get the ones that were shot on film to get on 4K because their transfers usually look a lot better. Doesn't mean they always look better. You always got to like check them out. I am working on getting a 4K Blu-ray player as well for my television. And if you haven't checked it out yet, I do have a new unboxing of Samsung Q LED television. It's 65-inch. Go ahead and check it out here on this channel. And you can go ahead and click and check it out on this channel after this live stream. What I see here with special features is feature-length audio commentary, which I'm expecting for it to be on the Blu-ray. And this is also a behind-the-scenes of Coherence, featurette with cast and crew. Really cool. So I'm expecting them to really divulge a lot here. I saw some features or featurettes or little videos on YouTube about this movie. So go ahead on YouTube, and I recommend going ahead and researching this film as much as you can. Go ahead and get inspired. The next thing I see here is original camera test film footage. So they had done some camera test footage, and it looks like it's quite interesting because when you see the when you see the trailer of this film and you watch the movie, at first you're kind of like, as a filmmaker, you're kind of like, wow, the highlights are really blown out. But I believe that they did it on purpose because they used a lot of practical lighting, and they most likely went and tested these cameras in each set. They go outside, there's parts in the kitchen, I believe, and there's parts in the family room, in bedrooms and stuff like that. So they kind of just went and just matched everything up together with both cameras because they're shooting on two cameras. So with all that being said, that is automatically a filmmaker right there. Just because you're saying that, one little thing is blown out doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything about the filmmaker. That means that they had to basically get rid of something that is least important so they can have everything that was the most important in front of the camera for you. The acting, even the dialogue with the sound and everything like that was all fake. All that was basically brought up right there on set. These guys, so like going in with the filmmakers and what I learned from them when it came to this film, they shot it over a period of a couple nights, I believe. And I think it was like 5 nights or something like that, I think I'm recalling. And James is his name, James Ward. I'm not going to say his last name down there, but James Ward. I can't pronounce that last name. But James Ward basically, and his, I believe his co-director, producer, or executive producer on the second camera, basically they've written everything on cards. And on the cards, they give it out to each actor, and each actor knows their motivation, which is on their card for the day, for that day. So none of them know, they don't have lines or anything like that. They're just reacting to things as things are happening. So when things happen in the movie and they react to it, these are real reactions. These guys are not playing. They're in there and they're acting like this is a huge play. And the actors don't even know what the huge mystery about the film is until the end of the movie. When the movie actually ended, when they finally shot the last end of the film, the main character didn't even know that that person, I'm trying not to say he or she here, but like that person ends up being the main character of the film. That person didn't even know. So I don't want to give it away too much, but I highly recommend checking this film out. Having given away so much already, I hope I sold it. You can check this out. Go ahead in the description below. I have IMDb links for Coherence. And this is an older film. I believe it was 2015 or something like that. Go ahead and check it out in the description below and let me know your thoughts. And we're going to move on to more of our re-releases. And this is another Blu-ray re-release, and it's an only at Target steelbook, Sicario. And I just believe this looks so gorgeous. Look at that steelbook case, man, with the dogs coming out behind her and stuff like that, one over her shoulder, teeth. That's really cool. Really, really sick cover here. Blu-ray and digital, only at Target. Go ahead and check that out. It's a re-release today. I'm a big Sicario fan, so I love the first film. I haven't seen the second one because I'm a huge fan of the filmmaker and all his movies, of course. So let's move on to the 4K version of this film that's at Best Buy, and I can't help gush over this one too. This one's pretty sick. This is something that you would have tattooed on your back or something like that. And you got the butt of every gun, of each handgun. Wow, it's very cool, like with the bullets and everything. It's sick. Look at this. Oh, the snake up there. Wow. So highly recommend checking this out. Let me know in the comments down below, or of the playback, or in the live chat, what your thoughts are of this steelbook. Very, very cool. We're going to move on to our next re-release on 4K. And on 4K today is Clint Eastwood, John Malkovich film, In the Line of Fire. This is where everyone realized John Malkovich could play an amazing villain. And then he just started showing up at everything else afterwards. If you ever seen Being John Malkovich, they make a huge joke about that. Go ahead and check that movie out as well. This movie's out now on Blu-ray. Go ahead and check it out. It's on 4K, and it was shot on 35 millimeters, so definitely worth checking out on 4K. Another film out, classic sci-fi film out, Gattaca, is out on Blu-ray, and we do have the back end here today for Gattaca. I have never seen this film. Highly recommend telling me to recommend, highly recommending me to watch this if you want me to watch it. But so far, I'm pretty much sold when it comes to the director, Andrew Niccol. Andrew Niccol is a filmmaker that I believe he directed one of the Harry Potter films, and people complained about that movie. I believe it was Goblet of Fire, because he made it more of like a college frat type of feel instead of Harry Potter. But this is the back end here, and more magic and all that stuff. I didn't see that having a problem. That movie, I enjoyed that movie, and Neil and this dude is just like, Andrew Niccol is just like one of the most phenomenal filmmakers out right now today. Dang, I don't even remember what he's done, but we're gonna zoom in here in the special features and see what we can get. I know I've heard his name before, so let me type it in here as we look at the back end here. So I'm zoom in a little bit more. As you see here, it says "Welcome to Gattaca featurette." So that's definitely going to dive in hardcore about Gattaca, and even the popularity of the film itself. So let's see. I'm seeing here now on IMDb that he's done phenomenal films like The Truman Show, In Time, The Host. He's done a lot, actually. Anon from Netflix. I actually didn't even get to watch that movie. It's on my list. Oh my God, I'm definitely going to watch it now. Lord of War. That's why I remember him. And Simone. Simone was an interesting one, too, with Al Pacino. As I see here, it's featurette. So this featurette's definitely going to be diving into how old the film is, probably, and talking about the film with you and everything like that, and the history with the actors and everything as well. And then the next thing I see here is Do Not Alter, a documentary. I'm guessing that's something to do with altering the state of mind in Gattaca, and the way they it's something with the storytelling of the film, and how the future wants to make you a perfect person and stuff like that. Quite interesting film. Definitely want to check it out. And then I gotta put this on my list. I'm gonna look it up. Let me know in the comments down below or in the live chat if it's on any streaming platform like Hulu or something like that. And I'll definitely check it out. definitely a movie I want to see. And then an original featurette, which is something that was probably with the film back in the day when the movie came out. So, and then there's deleted scenes, and like I always say about deleted scenes, it's a great place to check out what got cut from the film and what didn't propel the story forward. It's good to see that as a screenplay writer to see what doesn't propel the movie forward and just halts the movie and just kind of just either repeats the same thing again or not. But it's good to know about that ahead of time before you shoot so you don't waste time on set. But when you have a lot of money and you have a big budget like most of these films have, you have enough time for that and money to just shoot everything that's on the screenplay and then cut it out later just in case you need it. You never know. You might even need just a reaction shot or something. You never know. Film is quite interesting animal and it's organic in its own right. So the next thing I see here is substance test outtake. So I guess there was a substance they got to take in this film, and I guess there was an outtake here, so that's funny. So I guess they all got to do it, and they're all laughing. It looks like Jude Law's in this movie. You got Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke, all in their prime and stuff. This is cool. I'm definitely gonna look this up and see if I can check this out maybe tonight. But let me know in the comments down below. This is the last of all of them of the re-releases on Blu-ray and 4K, Blu-ray 4K. And I'm gonna put myself back up on here, and we're gonna introduce who won the movie code giveaway for War of the Worlds that I purchased on 4K. I purchased the steelbook case of that film, so you can go ahead and check it out on this channel. And I definitely have it on the uploads. If you go on this channel, on the uploads playlist as well. So let me bring this here and bring this up here so I can like. I can't really show it. I usually can on my computer. On my wife's computer, I don't have it set like that. So it's just it is what it is, and I'll just like take a picture and show you the winner. How about that? So I'm gonna go ahead and I have a tool that I use with TubeBuddy here, and it's a free tool that you can find on Google Chrome, and I highly recommend Google Chrome. They have vidIQ and TubeBuddy, which helps you out with analytics and everything on YouTube and creating your own business on YouTube and stuff like that, and being able to do stuff like this and do giveaways so that I do for you guys. So go ahead, I've clicked it, and it looks like we do more or less have a new person, I think, is M41219. I've never seen this movie before, so I would like to see it because I've heard many good things about it, and I like alien invasion movies. Thanks for the giveaway, my AG, and then he followed instructions as well. So the instructions were basically you got to give me your IG account, and you got to just Command Shift 3, and let's grab this photo and bring it up here so I could show him off here. I did it much quicker with the Blu-ray. This is not right. Next thing, image. Here we go. All right. Getting the ball rolling here. Forgive the music here. Screen shot. So congratulations. Go ahead and live chat or in the comments of the playback, and congratulate this dude as well. I'm trying to show you here. Let's see. Where is this thing? I'm trying to go on the desktop or something. So then put in your Greenlight, and then yeah, because I made a Greenlight file, and that's one thing I highly recommend. So he's putting things in files, and just file everything constantly, and just make sure that you have it. All right, cool. So I have it up here, and let me zoom in, fade it in here. So congratulate M41219 for winning the movie code giveaway for War of the Worlds. And let me check out the live chat real quick and see. Nobody here on the live chat right now, but congratulations to you out there. I wonder if this video, you guys were able to see it with no problem. But it's okay. I'll be moving into the new place very soon, and I would be like completely decked out with a whole studio, home studio, and stuff like that. So I'll see you here next time when I do more videos like this. I'll see you here next time on do Blu-ray release videos, and stay tuned because I could get an unboxing for Godzilla